Okay, this video is viewer says I'm paranoid. So I ran into this guy at a social event and he says to me, you should stop saying all that stuff about being afraid Big Pharma is going to kill you. He says, Big Pharma is never going to do anything to you. They don't care about you. And I said, yeah, because I'm not famous. And he goes, it's more than that. It's because your diet, it's insignificant. I go, well, what do you mean? It can cure all these diseases. And he goes, your diet is so extreme that no one is going to do it. So it really doesn't matter. So what if you can cure obesity, hypertension, diabetes, autoimmune disease, coronary artery disease, and a bunch of other stuff? It doesn't matter. Your diet is about as crazy as Kempner's, okay? It's not doable for a regular person. People don't like these obsessive, narrow diets, okay? They want to go out to restaurants, all right? They want to drink alcohol. And you tell everybody they need to drink they need to eat only organic. Most people are too poor. They can't afford that. Also, they want salt and sugar and honey and MSG on their food. It tastes good, and soy sauce and these spices and stuff. You don't allow any of that, and people are not going to go for that. And I go, well, I'm worried that there's contaminants in a lot of these powder things. I don't eat anything with powder. He goes, nobody's ever going to really follow your diet. How many of your friends actually really follow your diet recommendations? I said, there's only one who does everything I do. There's others that follow it partially. And he says, look, and most of the people who are sick, that are really actually in need of reversing a disease, middle-aged and older people, but especially older people, they're lazy and stupid. They got cognitive decline. They're mentally slow. They've already hit the point of irreversible decline. And they're not going to read all this nutrition stuff. Old people don't want to change their habits. They're not going to follow your diet. And he says, and most people are so poor, they can't afford anything. They can't afford organic food. They can't afford a reverse osmosis filter. They're just not going to do it. Okay, so they're not going to do your routine. And some of the other things you say about lifestyle are kind of crazy to a regular person. Nobody's going to stop using perfume and shampoo and conditioner and laundry detergent, deodorant, sunscreens, dishwasher detergent. They just think you're weird. They're not going to stop doing it. Most people are very conformist. They're not going to study estrogenic chemicals and realize that all those things are toxic. They're not going to do it. They're not going to eat the high amounts of fiber, all that leaky gut reversal stuff. So even if you become famous, it doesn't matter because no one's going to follow the Spartan vegan diet and lifestyle. A few obsessive compulsive people, maybe middle-aged people still have their brain, might try, but that's about it. Numerically, that's insignificant. So you don't matter. As far as Big Pharma is concerned, you're a joke. Well, you're probably right, but do you think they'll ever let me become famous? He goes, no. You don't sell anything for corporations. You're a Christian, heterosexual, pro-family, pro-tradition. You're not helping any corporation. Nobody's going to invest money to sponsor you or support you. You're not selling anything for them. And you say things like, animal rights people are watermelons. Well, that offends some of these people. A lot of the people who listen to the vegetarian diet lectures are animal rights people. Most of them are phony watermelons. Me, I just tell the truth about stuff. My YouTube channels and books also have good information about other topics like art, literature, study skills, book reviews. That could help a lot of people. Viewer, no one cares. You're always going to be a small little YouTube channel that gets hardly any views, and no one's ever going to interview you. You contradict their recommendations. They're not going to interview you and then have you contradict their recommendations. Me, I'd rather be not famous and alive than famous and dead. So thanks for the encouragement. Viewer, you're welcome.